Hi, my name is Jessica Shirvington and I'm the author of Embrace, which has just been released across the US and Canada on the 6th of March. So I'm really excited to be able to share this story with everyone, and I hope that as people are reading it, they're enjoying it. Jean's asked me on here today to talk to you a little bit about the main characters in Embrace, and I thought I'd take this opportunity to maybe talk about a little bit of their character, that's their past, that's led into the story of Embrace, and starting with Violet, who is the heroine, and Embrace is written from her point of view. So when I started developing Violet's character, I came across this quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson, and it stayed with me. It was one of those quotes that I just kept coming back to, and it really affected me. And I think the reason why is because it just felt so true to a YA character and to so many people that are growing up and having to deal with lots of different emotional issues, and also being part of society and keeping up appearances. I'll read you the quote. It's outside, among your fellows, among strangers, you must preserve appearances, 100 things you cannot do, but inside the terrible freedom. So this started me on my journey of deciding what kind of character I wanted Violet to be. So I wanted her to have a past which had really built her reactionary response and how she was going to approach these major events that happen in her life throughout the story of Embrace. So 2 years before she starts the story of Embrace, she has gone through this attempted attack, or an attack which just didn't get quite as far as it had been intended to go. And as a result, she's had to go through this court case and endure the questions which repetitively come up, and she's changed schools, and she's had to find her own coping mechanism, and her coping mechanism is quite simple. It's control. She has these rules that she lives by now. She won't run from anything, and she won't quit anything. And every time she's faced with an obstacle or a situation she doesn't want to necessarily have to deal with, she forces herself to face it head on, because this is what gives her the strength, and this is what gives her the element of control, which is really important to her. So when she finds out on her 17th birthday that Lincoln, one person she thought she could really rely on, this person that came into her life 2 years earlier and has been training her in kickboxing and giving her all the support that she needs to be the strong person that she wants to be. When she finds out that he has this massive secret about her, that she is in fact part angel and now has to choose whether or not she's going to embrace her destiny and become a Grigori warrior, it's heartbreaking for her to make that discovery, because it feels like a major betrayal to Violet. And she brings into question everything for the past 2 years of their relationship, of their friendship, and that has become so important to her, and she wonders if it was ever really important to him, or if he was just grooming her for this future as this human warrior. So then there's Lincoln as well. He really has been someone that Violet has been obsessed with for the last couple of years, because he has been helping her have this control of her life and get the elements of strength that she believes is necessary. But at the same time, for Lincoln as a character, he has gotten to know Violet very well for the 2 years before this story starts. So he's known the kind of character that she is. He's known how much her own personal control is important to her. And all the while, he's been harbouring this massive secret that he's been forced to keep from her. And he's developed feelings for her as well, but he's never been able to tell her the truth, always knowing that the day would come when it would all come out and that she would ultimately feel this betrayal. So I really feel for Link at the start of the story, because he's up against it. He's trying to do the right thing, but he also knows ultimately what he's doing is going to lead to a major confrontation between the two of them. This then opens the way for Phoenix, who is the other main character in Embrace, to come through. Phoenix is an exiled angel, and he's not afraid to show it. He pretty much embraces his nature and his power. He doesn't sort of try to be completely mysterious, although there's obviously a lot of secrets that surround him and things that he doesn't want to come out. But he doesn't make it a secret that he's powerful, and he's not afraid to use those powers as well. And Violet, when she first meets him, you know, she's had this angelic crash course, and she's been told by everyone that exiled angels are the enemy. And all her alarm bells ring. But there's also something about him that she is drawn to, and in some ways it's probably his honesty and the fact that he's willing to tell her about this world that she's just been catapulted into. And he's not afraid to sit there and lay it all out for her, or tell her that she's in a dangerous situation, that exiles are going to come after her. And she needs to hear these things, and because she's pushed everyone else in her life away from her, Phoenix becomes a really important source of information, and also a friend that she really needs. And although she tries to push him away, he keeps turning up, and he's there for her constantly. And every time she gets herself into trouble or she needs someone, he happens to be there. And so this forms a bond between them, and also a trust. But at the same time, Phoenix is an exiled angel, and there are things about him that he wants to keep hidden. And he's also got a nature which he finds difficult to fight all the time. So this is part of his journey through the story of Embrace. That's the three main characters of Embrace, and thank you very much to Jean for having me on here today, and I hope you guys all really enjoy it. Thanks.